People saw us move to Vietnam and thought we were brave, and maybe we were, but mostly it was a giant leap of faith.
All we had were YouTube videos, Google flights, and a feeling that life could be better. And 5 months later, we're finally starting to understand what that decision really meant.
So here's what life has actually been like: the good, the confusing, and the unexpected.
When we left the US, we really didn't know what to expect. We were moving fast, almost impulsively. And our move was mostly fueled by YouTube videos and late-night Googling.
We kept telling ourselves, it's beautiful, it's affordable, people seem happy there. And honestly, a lot of that turned out to be true.
But living somewhere feels very different than watching someone else live there. One of our expectations that was exactly how we imagined was a sense of freedom we got when we left the US. We left looking for freedom that lasted longer than a 2-day weekend. Now that we're gone, every day feels like a weekend. We end our days with walks on the beach and begin the next day doing just the same. We were mainly looking for a breath of fresh air, and since our move, the fresh air is constant.
Another big one was the cost of living. We already knew it was going to be affordable, but living it is a whole different story. Groceries, rent, eating out, transportation, we paid less for all of those combined than we used to pay for rent alone in the United States.
Another expectation that matched reality for us was the language barrier. We also knew that was coming. We figured we'd be doing lots of pointing, guessing, and Google Translate, and we've definitely been doing all of those on a regular basis. But it's also taught us patience in a way that we didn't expect. It's humbling to realize that your native language is no longer the default. It allowed us to have a bigger appreciation and respect for Vietnamese. We've learned to slow down, to smile more, and to communicate even without perfect words. And honestly, people here meet you with grace. That's something we felt immediately.
Let's talk about the things we didn't see coming. Number 1, the traffic. You can watch all the videos you want, but nothing will prepare you for the swarm of motorbikes flying past you as you attempt to cross the street. The crosswalks here are more like aesthetic props. You don't wait for the road to clear, you just walk and let the bikes go around you. We've never seen a stop sign, and drivers make U-turns whenever and wherever they want. Navigating the traffic here is still one of our biggest adventures, but it's been fun getting used to a different pace.
And then the years goes by. Bruh.
And another thing, the coughing. People cough like it's a greeting. Sometimes the coughs are distant, but constant. Other times the coughs are in short spurts, but right over your shoulder or really close to your ear. Although it's something we can't really escape, it's still something we're trying to get used to.
Most of what we've experienced here has been better than we expected, but now without new challenges. It's easy to think moving abroad is an escape, but it's really just a trade-off. Later on, we'll share a few of the trade-offs we've had to make. But first, subscribe to the channel to stay connected. You probably hear a lot about the cost of living and the beautiful beaches, and yes, those are great. But once we actually moved here, we started noticing the things no one mentions. The more subtle things. The things you only understand when they become a part of your everyday life.
For one, safety. We didn't expect to feel so safe here. In crowded areas, we don't feel tense anymore, constantly looking for exits, just in case. We actually feel safer in crowded areas. And that's because when people see something go wrong, they join in and they help. We don't lose that feeling of safety just because it gets dark outside. We can actually walk outside at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. in the morning, and because it's so normal here, we often catch other people doing the same thing, so you're never really alone.
Vietnam is a beautiful country in the daytime, but nightlife here takes it to a whole nother level. It seems like people invest a lot into the nightlife here, and because it's so safe, it's really not a bad idea. We love that when the sun goes down, the city lights up, restaurants are open, people are out, and there are plenty of things to do. The city feels alive every single day of the week, not just on the weekends. Experiencing this 24-hour culture creates a feeling of accessibility and availability that we've never had before. The endless amount of restaurants, 24-hour marts, and spaces to relax on every block makes us feel like we can get whatever we want whenever we want it, and we love it.
It's been such a blessing for us to not constantly live in a state of rush. When we first moved, we were caught off guard at how slow-paced this culture is. What would easily be a 10-minute drive in the States takes twice as long because no one here is rushing. People take naps during the day. Everyone looks like they're on a scenic stroll as they move from place to place. Some days, we walk to dinner as opposed to frantically grabbing a quick takeout and eating on the drive back home just so that we can make it to bed at a reasonable time. We don't feel like we're being pushed or hurried anymore. We have the same 24 hours that we had in the States. We just get to enjoy it more, and it's made a huge difference.
We didn't realize how stressful our lives really were until we moved and actually found real peace.
Thinking back, neither of us can really remember a time where we actually felt peace. Peace that allows you to collect yourself, reflect meaningfully, not just rushed or time-blocked. This kind of peace feels like our minds and bodies are at rest. No constant deadlines, no suffocating bills, no Sunday scaries, just slow rhythm, and a space where our minds can truly calm down. We knew we were coming here for a better quality of life, but we didn't realize how much of that depended on finding peace and freedom until we actually experienced it.
In the US, even when we were doing okay, it never felt like we were doing okay. Every paycheck had a destination before it even arrived. There was always another bill lurking in the shadows. Here, the cost of living gave us space, not to be rich, but to breathe without financial stress.
We go out to eat almost every day without needing to check our account balances. We take grabs every day without even thinking twice. A fancy date night doesn't mean we'll have to skip a bill. And that kind of financial freedom changed our entire perspective on life, not because we suddenly have more, but because we no longer were drowning in less.
Having a break from financial stress made us realize how much money really dictated our lives. Money is way more than just zeros in your bank account, or lack thereof. It's also about how heavy life starts to feel, and right now, life feels a lot lighter.
We're not just passing each other because we're so tired at the end of the day anymore.
We eat together now. We experience culture shocks together. We explore this beautiful world together. I think moving has really given us the opportunity to truly enjoy and appreciate each other.
These aren't really the things we came here searching for, but they ended up being some of the most special things we found here.
Now, we don't want to paint this picture like everything has been perfect, because it hasn't.
Moving across the world didn't erase our problems. It just gave us new ones. Some we expected, and others hit harder than we thought. We knew we were gonna miss our family on some days, but we didn't understand how that would actually feel until Thanksgiving hit us. Not because anything bad happened, but more because nothing happened at all. We didn't wake up to the smell of home-cooked meals or to the sound of distant relatives reuniting. Back home, Thanksgiving meant family, food, football, noise. Here, it's just a Thursday, which is really hard, especially when Thanksgiving is your favorite holiday. It made us realize holidays and traditions won't follow us here. We'll have to carry those ourselves. We got to experience the very real fact that when we left the US, we left behind community, tradition, inside jokes, and familiar cooking. And some nights, that hits you in a way that YouTube videos can't prepare you for.
We expected a language barrier, we did, but we didn't expect to feel like a minority in silence. Sometimes you want to connect, joke with someone, to say a little bit more than thank you and hello, but the words just aren't there. Every day we watch conversations happening around us and they seem fast and effortless. It's humbling, and some days it can get a bit lonely, but it's teaching us a kind of patience that we didn't know we needed back home.
No one told us we'd be held hostage by the rain. There are many days where we're ready to film, ready to explore, and then a tropical storm says otherwise. Flooded streets, soaked shoes, and humidity that melts your makeup off. Sometimes the weather dictates your plans and not the other way around. We came for beaches and sunsets, and we got those, but also rain that washes your plans all away. Another thing no one talks about? Getting specific products can be nearly impossible.
Beer bomb? Couldn't find shea moisture anywhere. Had to have my sister ship it from the States.
My makeup? No shades matched.
When I wanted to get the Sony ECM mic, it was sold out everywhere.
And Dove deodorant? You might find it, you might not ever see it again. And living out of a suitcase means we don't always have everything we used to rely on. There's no Target run, no Costco safety net. Minimalist life sounds dreamy until you miss those little comforts you grew so accustomed to.
And then there's the bathroom situation. Not so fun adjustment. We were not ready for the toilet and shower to basically share the same square footage of space, or the idea of a wet bathroom. Basically, when you shower, the entire bathroom showers with you. Sometimes it leaves us feeling like we need a shower all over again. It's a big adjustment, a very slippery one.
These challenges don't make us regret moving. They just make the story a little bit more real. Some days are breathtaking, some days are lonely, and most days are somewhere in between. But that's life, no matter where you live.
So the big question is, if we could go back, would we still leave the US? We didn't want to answer this too quickly because the answer isn't just a yes or a no. It's more nuanced.
Before we moved here, we saw life in Vietnam through highlight reels, travel vlogs, and beautiful sunsets.
And now we've lived the real version. From the rain and the floods, to the language gaps and the holidays that hit a little bit different. There were days we felt alone, missing our families, missing some of those conveniences we grew so accustomed to. Days we questioned if we were crazy for even doing this. But even on those days, we never wished we stayed.
Because now we understand something we didn't know back then. Moving abroad isn't just a simple upgrade. It's more like a trade.
We traded some of our Western convenience for freedom. We've traded familiarity for adventure. And that trade, even with its rough edges, has given us a better quality of life than we ever had before. So if we had to choose again, yeah, we'd leave. But this time, we'd leave with experience. Not blindly, but with gratitude for what we gained and awareness of what we sacrificed. Vietnam is not fixing our lives. It's giving us a space to build new ones.
It's your faith that made those mountains move. It's your faith that brought me to the truth. It's the way you called heaven down when you prayed for where I am now. It's your faith.
So babe, knowing everything you know right now, would you go back and do it all again?
100% yes, absolutely.
Wow, there you have it.
Move how you made those mountains move.